Welcome back everybody to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru Productions back down here at the ramp, and today we are over at Boynton. And it's actually a really busy start down here. We just got down here, this is our first clip of recording, and there's a line of vehicles waiting to launch. Every dock's got a boat on it, and it could be a little bit of a crazy day, that's for sure. And our guy looks like he's coming in at a little bit of the wrong angle, though. And oh yeah, he's going to hit the dock. So, I mean, that's the way this starts. This is our very first video clip of the day, and we've got somebody running their trailer into the dock. It's going to be a wild one, that's for sure. But he's going to readjust, and the second approach is going to look good, and they're going to make it in on this one. But if this is any indication of what's to come today, well, we're probably going to have a pretty action-packed day. And this is not normally this busy this early. And here comes our crew in. Our captain's going for the reach. They've been waiting for a few minutes for the vessel in front of them to kind of get off the dock, but once again, you can just tell by the madness that's going on down here. Look at all the trucks waiting to pull in. Our captain's getting off, but there's people on the dock fishing. It's just nuts down here. And I think our captain just knocked something in the water. I have to go back to the replay because it happened so fast, but oh, he did. He kicks one of the fishing poles from the kids into the water. And the kids go over there, they saw it happen, and they get the quick save, and they'll get the pole back out. And our captain's going to get his vessel tied up onto the dock as well. But, I mean, it's a nuts day down here right now. There's just a ton going on at Boynton. And here comes our captain and crew, and they're fighting the wind and current a little bit, trying to get back into this dock. And they've got one of their crewmates ready with lines on the bow. And of course, we've got the bow rails to deal with. Oh man, these ones always get me nervous when I watch people start going over these bow rails. Oh, and we got a quick speed check. Oh, unfortunately, our crewmate on the bow rail was already down, but it looked like we lost one of the children that was standing on the seats. But nothing serious, and our captain's going to get it back under control. He's just fighting a lot of wind and current here, and that's why he's having to take such a steep approach even to get it into the dock. And he was just trying to adjust, and the throttle just stuck on him a little bit. But we'll make it to the dock. And our crew, after they made it to the dock, trimmed the motor out, but I don't think anybody realized the motor's still running. And so our crew's been sitting here for a few minutes now with the motor just running, which is definitely not a good thing. It's a quick way to burn a motor up. But our captain notices it now really quick, and now we're going to get it turned off. And we'll try and get this thing on the trailer. But that was running for a little bit as they just didn't notice it. So our crew has the trailer back down now, and we're going to try and pull this boat on. And this dock's got a lot of action today because there's just so much going on. There's kids swimming off it on the other side, kids fishing on this side, and then people still trying to load boats on both sides. So our crew's pulling it on here, and uh-oh, it looks like we got the trailer a little too deep. Ooh, that's going to be a rough spot. They've pulled the boat inside the guide pole, and the boat's drifted over the guide pole. And that's going to make an interesting setup for them to try and get this on the trailer, because they may have to pull this forward of the trailer to get it back around that guide pole. But there's nobody at the stern of the boat either, so nobody probably even notices that it's stuck there. So captain here is trying to tell them to push the boat back out. And obviously the boat's not going to go back out because it's lodged behind the guide pole. Or excuse me, in front of the guide pole. And somebody's going to have to go to the stern to realize it's even there, I bet. But that's just a funky one. He's probably dropped the trailer a little too deep if they were able to pull this one off like that. But they're still trying to push on it to get it to go back, because they got to be in front of the bow stop if they're beyond that guide pole. But they just continue to push at the bow, and I got to imagine they're confused right now. They're like, why is this boat not moving? And somebody's going to have to realize here in a few moments. Somebody's going to walk back to the stern and look, and here we go. We've got one of the crewmates walking back to the stern, and they're about to figure this one out. That the reason the boat's not going anywhere is they pulled it in front of that guide pole, and that guide pole's got the boat lodged. So our guy's going to try and pull it back around to the inside of the guide pole. You can tell he's tugging here, but they're going to probably have to pull the boat a little bit forward, then get it around. And here we go. He's got it now. And now we'll get this one lined up. So now they can push it back in between the guide poles, and we'll likely get this boat loaded, and they'll get on their way. But still, that made for an interesting scene. And so just remember that one, guys. If you're ever down there at the docks and you can't figure out what's going on, make sure to go back to the stern of the boat and take a look and make sure you didn't do something like that. And our guy right here is pulling up to the dock, and our guy on the right's got one of those floating trailer situations again. His trailer, you can tell by the way the guide poles are, it was actually straight at one point, and now it's drifted because the current's drifting into the dock. So it's drifted toward the dock. Now it's going to cause him to load a little crooked as well. You can tell here he's just a little off. So he's going to have to back off of this probably and try and realign the boat. Or turn the stern in. Oh! He hits the dock. Man, the floating trailer one blows my mind. If I had a trailer that was floating, I would absolutely have to find some way to fix this. That would be like a major annoyance for me down here at the dock. And our crews come in and they're going for the reach to try and get this one in. They're struggling once again. They're having to fight the current and the wind to get this over there. And Cap's leaving the helm, and he's going to go for the grab as well, but you know, this is a common mistake I actually seen being made down here at the dock, though. So you can tell their outboard's still turned to the right. This thing's acting like a rudder. As they're pulling into the dock, that stern's actually turning out to the left. If you ever find yourself in this situation, what you want to do, guys, make sure you turn that engine back to the left so when you pull into the dock, the stern will actually drift into the dock. And here comes another Boynton local that we see quite a bit down here at the ramp, and that's the Dar Sizzle Offshore YouTube channel. Here our crew approaches one of the trickier docks down here at Boynton where there's rocks on the right hand side and they've got the current and the wind pushing them in toward the dock, which means they've got to come out more to the right where the rocks are. But our captain's going to take a little bit different angle and try and power it in here at the last second. We got somebody on the dock, they've got a line, and our dock guy's struggling a little bit, and I believe it's because the captain still has it in reverse. Oh, yep, there, he caught it now, and he was still in gear, and now he's going to have to reapproach this one a little bit. So we're probably going to have to power this one back because the wind and current's still pulling the boat off of the dock. So Cap's going to give it a little bump of forward. And we'll get the turn in on this one, and it looks like we're going to have a little success here. And if we can get a stern line off, that'll make life a whole lot easier. And here we go, and these guys are going to make it, and they're going to get on out of here. And speaking of getting out of here, we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, where we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we've got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.